Guys, we're at the mini golf course, and this whole thing needs to get opened up, and I'm going to start that today. I have, today is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I literally have 7 days before I open, and I'm gonna rip this whole thing open and change a whole bunch of stuff and get everything in there changed, out here changed. I'm gonna do it all, and I have 7 days. So we're going to remove this toilet, that vanity, all this stuff. It's all gonna get out of here. And like I said, I'm going to switch everything up. It's gonna be blasting the wall out over here. This wall, we'll have to play with some electrical stuff, do all that. That's what I am focusing on today. This whole cabinet, all that stuff, it's all gonna get out. Hopefully today I will have everything out of here. So I think I gotta get to work. Check it out. We'll talk to you guys soon. As you guys can see, that's a little bit of mold. It's trapped inside of this huge corner. So I'm extremely glad I got this out of here. Those cabinets, it's got a little on the back side. So we're gonna be getting rid of some cabinets and getting some new cabinets when we replace those. And definitely glad that we're ripping this apart to try and get all of this moisture out of here. So making it better, making it cleaner, and making it safer all at the same time as getting things done. So that's on to rip this out, and we'll see what goes from there. Back here in the bathroom, as you can see, there is all sorts of mold and stuff like that inside of the bathroom walls. My guess is it's going to be because of that. That is where everything all split completely apart and water was coming in here everywhere. This is actually new drywall. Some of the stuff on the bottom was new drywall. Over here, we're going to scrub, clean, and bleach everything out. And like I said, these plumbing lines that go through the wall, those are going to be changed, and it will actually be inside of the building rather than going up through the attic, over, and then back down. So we're going to change that out. This wall over here, I think I'm going to leave. I am going to get the dehumidifier in here, and I'm going to take all these screws out and get ready to get everything finished. Guys, it does not look like much, but we have some 1/2-inch PEX tubing, we have some 3/4-inch PEX tubing, we have all sorts of elbows, connectors, more elbows. I just ended up buying a new drill bit so I can get through some of the studs, more crimp rings, a couple adapters. I know it doesn't look like much, but just that little pile right there was about $250, $300. My total for this run to Menards was right around $400 and some dollars, and I didn't really get all that much. But what's going to happen is we're going to go back here. This is where the sink is, all the lines now, where these copper lines are going to go through there, and then come outside and then hook up into the pressure tank and the hot water heater in the corner there. So that's what I'm going to start routing and planning. I don't know if I'll really do much videoing of that, just because I'm going to be running back and forth and doing measurements, and there's probably going to be a lot of thinking going on and not so much doing. So I'll try and route it. Once I get everything routed and kind of figured out, then I will come back and we'll talk about it then. I have all the plumbing that I can do right now done. What we did is kind of got all the hot and cold lines through in all the way up to the hot water heater. Everything is all good in there. And then for at the moment, you can see there, they just kind of pop out of the wall. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take all these electrical boxes out and reroute them. Got all my green board in, which it's green because it's mold and mildew resistant. And basically what's going to happen is these boxes here are going to get moved onto these walls over here. It's again going to be a process, but it needs to be done, so that's what's going to get done. This place is an absolute mess, but I'm really hoping that I can get this all pulled off, so I'm gonna get to it and make it happen. Electrical is in. We got everything moved over. Basically from this wall here, that is going to be bye-bye. This little kind of edge wall will just be here to separate everything. I'm not going to try to get all of those wires back up and move them over and do all that. I'm just going to have this little kick out here, and I will make this something in here, just kind of a little bit to hide the wires, but all of these are back in. just so you guys are aware, this place was built in 1994, and the outlets are still from 1994, and they don't even have any electrical tape around the sides, nothing. Per code, they have to have electrical tape around. I think it's at least 2 passes of electrical tape. So after I wire all these back in, I'm going to at least put some sort of protection. So I will make sure they are up to code and wrap them in electrical tape. Otherwise, I'm just about at a point where I'm going to get rid of this wall. It's not load bearing or anything like that, so it's not going to be like super crazy or hard to do. Just gonna kind of cut some nails and try and save as many of the 2x4s as I can, because once that's done and this whole section is out, I want to build a half wall all the way across, and I'm trying to save money, reuse everything that I can. There's nothing structurally wrong with these 2x4s, so I'm going to reuse them and reuse as much as I possibly can. If I had way more money and everything like that, I probably would do things a little different, but I don't have unlimited money and I don't have unlimited funds, so this is what we're gonna do. So I have to keep working. It's been a long day. I had to run to the laundromat today. The change machine was giving me problems. There was a dollar bill that kind of got caught and folded all up in there, so that was kind of an hour and a half of my day. While I was there, I filled everything, cleaned everything, and kind of just took care of it while I was already there. So I had a little bit of a hiccup for that. I'm going to get back to this and see how far I work tonight. Okay, guys, I'm at a point right now where I have to test the plumbing. So what I did is I just put this board up. I didn't actually like screw it in completely. I just got something to hold it up. I'm going to try and get some ends on there, and I'm going to test everything out. This side here, I'm not too worried about because I can turn the water off and get it from the back side. But I'm gonna test all these connections here real quick. So let's see what happens. Okay, so the water is on, as you can see. The main is on, everything's good. All of the plumbing connections that I did right now seem to be working. The only thing that I can't figure out is if I turn the water on for my main sink. I think the ball valves in there are junk. I went to go turn the water on for outside, and I got leakage. So I have had this problem before. I ripped the wall open, and right where it gets wet, I found our culprit. It looks like this valve has shattered, and I'll be honest, I would much rather have it shatter here than a little wet. I'd much rather have it shatter here than the line itself again. So I guess apparently there was some sort of water that was in here. They usually get blown out every year. So on to more repairs. Hole in the wall is fixed, at least where that is. As you can see, it's still a little wet. Just have a temporary board over the top, which I'm gonna have to redo all of that anyways. And guess what, guys? Where the copper pipe goes into the wall and up to the attic, which is back here, I'm gonna have to completely change that. And what I'm gonna end up doing is run the water lines up here, and then it's gonna go across the top here, all the way over, and it's gonna come back into this corner, and then it'll come down, and on the other side of this wall is an outside faucet. That is where I'm gonna have to run everything, and it's going to get ran on the inside of the building. So I guess while I'm doing it all, I'm just going to get everything done, because this copper piping is an absolute nightmare. What ended up happening is I have the electric heater in here, and I lost power from a bad storm that we had. When power goes out, that heater turns back on, but it will not actually reset to turn the heat on. It just stays at one place. So it's gonna be a nightmare, but I'm just going to get all of the plumbing done and get it all ready to go. But I'm going to crank out the rest of this drywall real quick so that I can get the whiteboard and the kitchen board all up. Everything was sprayed with bleach. Everything has been dry. Even though now I have another wet mess, I will have to mop that up. Another reason why we went with the mold and moisture resistant drywall rather than your standard drywall. So I got 2 easy cuts and 2 easy pieces to go here. And then I'm going to start getting the board, and I was up in the attic breathing in insulation because, you know, I was super safe and didn't wear a mask or anything. This part, and then I'm going to be ripping out the wall, so that is going to be all open. You guys will kind of see as I go, but it all needs to get done. It's Monday afternoon, and I'm opening Saturday morning. So Friday I was going to open, but the problem is that here in Rhinelander they have their graduation. So kind of nice because it gives me an extra about a half a day. Kind of not nice because I only have 5 more days. I have Alex here. I have Tony here. We are redoing all of the blocks, all the holes. I can't pressure wash because that is where I need water to come out, and right now I don't have that luxury. So Alex is going to come cut the grass, do some weed eating. Nicole and Tony are out doing blocks, pulling weeds and cleaning stuff, and yeah, it's slowly getting there. And I'm going to crank everything out in here because I kind of need it done. So as much as the golf course is important, this is just as important because this is where I collect the money. This is where I'm going to have ice cream, and this is where I'm hopefully going to make some more money. With that being said, I'm gonna get back to it.